Our first talk is from Hyeok Kim, who's a human-centered interaction and visualization researcher. His research aims to support visualization authors to produce data visualizations for multiple audiences with different characteristics. He completed his PhD in computer science at Northwestern University and has published his work in ACM Chai, CSCW, IEEE Viz, and Euroviz. And with that, I hand the floor over to you.
Hi. Hi, I'm Hyeok. This is bigger room than I imagined earlier. So today I'm going to tell you how to show your data with sound using Erie. So data sonification basically maps data to sound using different sound features like pitch, volume, or time when the sound is played, and the duration of it. And sonification has a variety of applications, such as journalists can use sonifications for their data storytelling. Scientific observations can be also enhanced using sonifications. And museums could use sonifications for more immersive experiences, and we can also make our visualizations more accessible using sonifications. However, making sonification in a data-driven way, such as programming for it, is really hard because many data workers, data analysts, and journalists are less familiar with audio programming, which requires profound sound-related knowledge. And you can search sonification codes, but they are actually very hard to reuse. So in that kind of cases, we could think of a declarative approach. Declarative approach first lets you define a desired outcome, and it lets its compiler handles it to realize the outcome. So if you are familiar with ggplot2 or matplotlib, they are the example declarative approaches in visualization. So I introduced Erie, a declarative toolkit for data sonification. Erie specifies a sonification design in terms of data for what to sonify, tone for overall sound quality, encoding for mapping between data and sound, and then it renders it into a sonification. So today I'm going to show you how to use Erie to create a single sonification and build a sonification application. So to create a single sonification, you first need to provide data. For example, this visualization shows a data set about temperature anomaly, which is the deviation of annual temperature average from historical average. But this is difficult, but it's climate change data set. So the x-axis shows the year from 1850 to 2023, and the y-axis shows the temperature anomaly. And then from 1850 to 1970, it's sort of in a certain range fluctuating. And then after that, it goes really bad, going up. So I pass this data as its URL. Then we have two variables, temperature anomaly and year. I'm going to use FM synthesizer as the main sound, key delivery of the sound, and provide another ambient sound for more disturbing mood. It's disturbing climate change. And then FM synthesizer is provided as a preset, and you can also sample external audio files to create diverse sounds. So temperature anomaly is mapped to the pitch of the FM synthesizer and volume of ambient sound, and the year is mapped to the time. And Erie also supports other types of tones, such as classical instrument like piano sound, guitar sound, or white noise, brown noise, etc. And it also supports a wide range of auditory encoding, such as panning, repeating, etc. And then you can write this JSON spec. It looks a bit complicated than what it is. But anyway, it reduces more than hundreds of lines of code for actual sonification into a single JSON spec, making it a bit easier to reuse, share, and parameterize. So you can just tweak these pink things to reuse this specification. And then it renders the sonification like this. So toward the end, sort of disturbing. I think so. I sort of intended it. And then I'm going to also show how to build a sonification application using Erie. So today I'm going to benchmark an accessibility application called Chart Reader. You can, like, it segments the data set into multiple like sections, and then you can hover over a line segment, and then it sort of plays the description of it and the sonification. For example, for the disaggregated data points, it can do something like this.
From September 1st, 2004 to November 1st, 2006. Finish.
And then you can also do like aggregation, like the mean over the segment.
From November 1st, 2006 to May 1st, 2008. Finish.
So like this kind of parameterization is like a common interaction we have in data applications. So to do that, let's assume that we have like cleaned the data, which is the hardest part maybe. And then we built a UI component in HTML. And then now we want to add sonifications. And then we're going to Erie to make the sonification on a svelte environment. To do that, you first split the data into multiple segments, and then write some template specifications for aggregate and disaggregated data points. And then you define a play function that injects the data segment and corresponding descriptions into the spec, and then it compiles into an audio objects, and then it plays it. Like if you are familiar with JavaScript, it has a lot of asynchronous things, like this is audio space basically. And you can use this function to like D3 code for like interactions. And then you can also use like on-click button interactions if you're familiar with what that is. So yeah, so today I've shown how to use Erie for single sonification and a sonification application. And then I sort of want to invite, if you are interested, to invite collaboration to build more features, cool sonification orgs, and maintenance most importantly. Yeah, so if you are interested, you can use Erie like this, like it's a JavaScript application, and then also you can try online with Gallery. So like take pictures, like this is the time, kind of. Yeah, thanks so much. And then also I had a trouble with like audio and stuff, and then like the tech people really helped a lot. So I want to thank a lot again.
Oh. I think if you'd like, we've got time for one question. Maybe, Zane, do we have anyone from online? No? Anyone up front? Yeah. Can you convert it to MIDI? Did I say that right? Okay.
I'd like to say it is part of the plan, because like a MIDI is also like, I'm using some web audio standard, and then they are like a different standard from MIDI. So like the conversion is a bit hard, but like it basically makes it into MP3 files. But yeah, but like it sort of has a middle like representation of like audio values, so you can like convert it to a MIDI later. Yeah.
Very cool. Any last question? All right. Well, thank you so much for your talk. Thank you for sharing this great application with us.
Thanks so much.